Hello, this is Pieboy and welcome back to the track. This is our penultimate race of the season. Let's see if we can secure our third place in the championship. But you'll see that I have a few struggles during this race. Now, usually I show qualifying, but I forgot to turn on my recording, so this is all I caught. As you can see, we had a bit of a wet qualifying. We all qualified on intermediates, but I qualified fourth, so I'm feeling pretty good. So here, just straight on into the race. We have 5 red lights. Go out. And we're off. So I get an okay start. I avoid running into the back of Iceman. I maintain my 4th place position. Go up into Rich Mix. See if I can use any slipstream to make a pass on this straight. No, don't quite make it. I mainly went to the inside to make sure I didn't run into the back of him. I want to protect my front wing. So once again, I didn't put a ton of practice in. Maybe an hour or two. Throughout the rest of the season, I was putting in closer to 5 or 6 hours of practice for each race. So I'm not quite expecting huge results, but I still qualified 4th, so I have the pace. I try to take that last corner a bit cautiously. This is where you can get wheel spin the most. Security's right on my tail, so I go defensive. He goes to the outside. I keep the inside for the corner. He tucks in behind me. I keep the position. Security and I have been having a lot of battles recently. I think he's a little better than me, pace-wise. I think I have a little better racecraft. Like he struggles a little more in trying to overtake. But you might see later in this race whether I have very good racecraft or not. That's up to you. Leave a comment in the section below. See if you think I have decent racecraft. So security is right on my tail trying to find a way past. I know he's faster than me on this track. We had Tron Security and I got on and did a few 5-lap races online on Monday or Tuesday. So they had much more pace than me, but I started to catch up. And on our last 5-lap race, I ended up winning. It was random whether we started on whip position. He goes around the outside. He's on my inside. Oh, that might have been a little cheeky of me. I'm pretty sure I went off track. And it didn't call me for it at all. So I maintained the position. Maybe I should have given it back to him for going off track like that. But I also didn't want to run into him. He'll get by me eventually, probably. But as I was saying, the last 5-lap race that we had, I won. But we had a random grid, so I started from pole that race. I was just able to keep them behind me. Tron might have had a problem that time too. So I'm falling a little farther behind Iceman. I'm starting to pull away. So it doesn't look like I'll get a podium position. I pulled away from security a bit this lap too. Still has DRS, so he's catching up, but I don't have to go into there quite as defensively. Yeah, he's still gaining with that DRS, but not quite enough. far so good.
We're running in excess of fuel. We can turn up the engine to mix mode 3 if you need it. Turn fuel.
No! That wasn't good. I'm looking at the mini map and everyone's going by. There's a small gap there, but not enough. I can now get back on the track.
Sorry about the mistake. Just focus on the rest of the race.
And have to be really careful. You can see I still have a lot of grass on my wheels. I'm 12th out of 13 now. I was in 4th. And it's having a good battle with Security. Luckily no damage. No damage to anyone else. Just got a bit of wheel spin on the curb and that was that. It happens. So time for an overtake on Jerome. Easy done. Time to try to catch up to Falco. And make sure I hold my position from Jerome. Still right behind me. I'm starting to pull away now. So yeah, these kind of mistakes happen. Okay, now skipping to lap 8. And I've caught up to Falco. Not quite in DRS range, but it is kind of fun coming from the back and having to pass people instead of defend from security the entire race. I'm nearing my first pit stop. Decided to do 2 stops this race. You can do 1 stop, but it's really close. Like tire wear is pretty high on this track, so it's much harder to do the 1 stop than on other tracks. And I'm thinking I'd rather stay on tires that have a bit more grip to try to avoid another mistake like I did on lap 4. Yeah, as you've seen, I've gotten closer to Falco through that lap. I have DRS this time, so I should close the gap even faster now. Brake just a little late, so locked up a tire, but no harm. I didn't go into the back of him at all. Didn't lose that much time either. In fact, I've gained on him. Oh, he's gone wide. I'm on his side and he's pushing me off the track. That wasn't very nice of him. I'm sure he saw the red arrow. Now that part of the track is one of the skinniest parts of the track. This isn't a wide track at all. But he pushed me into the grass. Like, I know he had a little more room on the right. Yeah, it would have compromised his next corner. But that was kind of my plan, have a compromised corner so that I could get around him. Hey, well, a little wide there again. Might be struggling on his mediums.
The pit window is open. The pit window is open.
Oh, there's security. It's coming out right behind me. So I'm exactly a pit stop behind. That's how much... Oh, I'm up on the side. Alright. He closed it off and ran into me a little. Or I ran into him, I'm not sure which. So that might have looked a little like a dive bomb, but I was just braking where I normally do. I get out from behind him so that if he does brake earlier than me, I go alongside of him and I can get through on the corner. But if he brakes where I brake, then I'll stay behind him and I can kind of pull around and take the corner kind of normally. It's mainly to protect my wing. I don't want to run into the back of him, so that's why it kind of looked like a dive bomb. But no, I could get through that corner just fine. He just closed the corner down more than I was expecting. With the red arrow going, it should have given me a little more room, I think. So here I go for my first pit stop. I guess if I had passed him, didn't lose a ton of time with that small contact. So it's not a huge deal. Back into 12th. Lonely last.
Only one stop to go. One stop left in this strategy.
And it didn't register me turning off my pit limiter. Oh! That was close. Luckily no damage. Just a little pinballing. Okay, time to start the chase again. So it looks like a lot of people, we had to do another restart, so, oh no, we didn't have a restart, we qualified on wet tires, so everyone had free range of tires. So a lot of people did opt for the one-stop strategy, going from soft to mediums or mediums to softs. I'm doing super soft, softs. So maybe I have a bit of a compromise strategy. I just put in a purple sector. Improved my lap, but not the fastest lap. Okay, it's Mega Man ahead of me. Looks like he's not having the best of races either. I feel like he's been struggling a little more. Oh, maybe he just pit. He's doing a one stop, so I need to pull away from him if I want to stay ahead. Come on. I want to get into at least 10th, get into the minor points. Oh, Dead Zero just made a pass on Jerome, opening a space for me, going around the outside, holding him to the inside, and pass is done on Jerome again. See if I can now catch Dead Zero. So P10, 1 point. I'm being really careful through that corner now. I do not want to have another spin. DRS. Just a small lockup of the tire would continue to move, so not terrible. Might have gone off track a little again. Yeah, I'm so surprised it like, was I not going fully off track, or usually we have strict track limits, so gaining on him. But I do feel like people have quite a good pace on this track. Like if you go back to our first race in Australia with no assists, I had 2 spins and I still came in 4th or 5th. Like I was the only one not to be lapped. So this kind of just goes to show how much everyone else has improved. I think I've improved too. Since the very start of the season, but...
Right, we think the car behind might start to have fuel management issues. Let's see if we can use this to our advantage over the next few laps.
Although I'm usually in a better position now. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, I've lost DRS on Dead Zero. So I lost some time on him. Yeah, Dead Zero seems to have decent pace. So I've skipped ahead since I'm not catching him, and looks like Dead Zero has caught it's 2 Red Bulls and McLaren, or 2 McLarens and a Red Bull. It's a 3-way battle. Looked like Dead Zero had a look.
The car in front is 2.4 seconds. Okay, the gap behind is 2.1 seconds.
Yeah, they're trying to find a way around each other. This could be dangerous into the first corner. Going 3 wide. Caution. Someone's off track. That was Dead Zero off track. The Atomic had a compromised run. Now I get ahead of him.
You'll be on the softs.
So now I'm behind Falco again. I've caught up to Falco. I don't think he's pit yet. I think he's still on the same set of mediums he started with. Seems like I've had a lot of lockups throughout this race. They're just like little small lockups, but can hurt your tires. Now I have DRS on Falco, and he dives into the pits. So I'm up into P6. Nice. Although I still have 1 pit stop left. Okay. Lap 22, or 2/3 of the way through the race, and I've pulled out ahead of Security. He's coming out of the pits right now. So once again, I've matched pace.
It is 5.7 seconds.
If not had, I might have had slightly faster pace than him through that stint, because I'm ahead. So if I hadn't had that crash, Security and I probably would be battling this entire race. I'm proving I'm having the exact same pace. I just lost the full pit stop worth of time. There he is on my, closing in onto my tail.
Okay, remember to pit this lap.
But we're not going to get to have a battle. Just like Falco pit in front of me, I'm going to pit right in front of Security, and he's going to go on, take the position. That's just kind of a funky pit entry, the way you have to kind of swerve back and forth, but you can cross the line with 2 of your tires.
Release, release.
So, just getting it right. Okay, so I'm P8 now, behind Mega Man.
Speed now. Let's get some heat into those tires.
Let's see where I come in relation to Falco, because I was behind him after he pit. I'm ahead. So I was faster on my super soft tires than he was on these softs. So I'm ahead by 1.4 seconds. So a decent gap. On to lap 28. There you go, there's Mega Man. So 8 laps. Can I catch Mega Man in 8 laps and pass him for P7?
Just managed the gap to the car behind. We think he's got a time penalty.
So Renault are decently close to us in the championship. They're definitely the ones who are fighting right now. So I want to try to take as many points from Renault as I can. So I didn't see what the gap said. Maybe we can take a look at it now.
Our gap to the car in front is 2.3 seconds.
Or I can just let the engineer read it off. So 2.3 seconds. And 8 laps to go. 2.1 seconds. I'm closing. Looks like I'm pulling away from Falco too. Yeah, I'm definitely closer here than I was last lap. A little lockup forced me deep. Another lockup. I have to start taking care of these tires a little more. But I want to push. I want to catch and pass Mega Man. 1.8 seconds. So I've knocked half a second off our gap. Up into Rich Mix. I use Rich Mix all the way through this straight, going on to the next straight, and even the turn after that. So still in Rich Mix. Oh, and Mega Man just went wide. I get the position now. Next up, Babino. Ooh, 6.5 seconds. Nope, not able to close down the gap. So yeah, I use Rich Mix even through here, and this is where I turn off Rich Mix. So lap and a half left. There's Mega Man. Babino.
Behind is 13.6 seconds.
Ooh, Mega Man has really lost the pace. I'm 13 seconds ahead now. So maybe if Babino has a time penalty and I can get within 3 seconds of him. I'm at 3.1 seconds. Although I do have a time penalty myself, but if he has one more than me. So last lap coming up.
This is your final lap. Final lap of the race.
He pulled away by 2/10. But in those last 6 laps, I was able to close the 6-second gap down to 3. Purple first sector. And the dark just won the race. No surprise there. And now that Nick is no longer racing in our league, Dark wins the majority of the races. Tron takes the rest. I don't know if Security has won a race yet. 3.2 seconds behind. So even if there is a time penalty, I think he's managed to maintain the gap well enough. So P7, gap 3.01 seconds. But nope, he didn't have any penalties. Oh, neither did I. I was getting confused at which race I was commentating. So MBR took 4th, I took 7th. Iceman was up into 2nd with Mega Man in 8th. So they're going to gain some points on us in the championship. But we put in, we got decent results. Definitely P7 is not my favorite, but that gives me enough points to secure my spot in the championship, since Mega Man did not take 1st or 2nd, which he needed to be able to try to catch me for 3rd. I have 3rd in the championship, set in stone. That's a good result. I did not expect that at the beginning of the season to finish it in 3rd place. So I have one more race this season. So I hope you enjoyed this race. There's only a 14-point gap now between Renault and us. So I'll see you back at the track next time for the season finale. This is Pie Boy.